Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM19 story, part of the furniture with me, Daniel. Here's season 4, episode 7, and you know why we've stopped off on the 6th of March. If you've been following my other series where we've just gone past this date, you'll know that it's youth intake day. I haven't even looked yet, we've just come back here, and I'm hoping we'll get a pleasant surprise in this episode. We'll also be playing against the club that we're currently managing in our other series, the head coach. That's Stevenage. They're not doing quite as well in this series. They're right down at the bottom of the league and they're practically relegated with 10 games to go. As you can see, we're doing just fine and we'll go and look at our results in a moment and our new tactic, especially away from home. But before that, I'm too excited. We've got to go and find out. Please don't let this be underwhelming. We'll ignore the other messages for now, get them out of the way, and cross your fingers, everyone. Oh, we've got the worst message you could have got. Leon Gambling stands out, but he's not particularly good. It's the worst message you can get, and let's just go and see if there's anything to lighten our mood. Well, as I'm sure many of you will know, it doesn't get much worse than that, does it? He's got 1-star ability and 3-star potential, but he's never going to make it in the first team, I don't think. He's a left midfielder, unambitious personality, it's just all wrong, and he's never going to be good enough. He's not even a left footer, so he plays on the wrong side for our tactic. We'll look at the other one that's got 3-star potential, which is Luke Powell, another left winger, another unambitious player, and another right-footed player on the left. It could not have gone much worse than that, and what an underwhelming start to the episode. This one might be a bit shorter now, as we were planning to do that as a main feature instead of a second game. But if we go to our schedule, you can see the few results since you were last here. Obviously you were with me in the last episode for that massive top of the table clash. First v second as we beat Lincoln, one of our first away wins in ages. And we've continued our good form following this game, and perhaps more importantly, we've found a new tactic that works away from home. We'd been unsuccessful with the 4-4-2 we use at home so often. However, we had great success in the Lincoln game when we changed to a 4-1-4-1, so you might have thought we'd carried on with that. But instead, we tried to get success by doing something completely different to either of those tactics, and luckily, it seems to have worked out so far. So we won 4-0 at home to Cheltenham. We went back to our classic 4-4-2 for this. Broja, Byrne and McKendry all scored, and there was an own goal from the keeper in there as well. We then went away to Wimbledon, playing our new formation. You can see if you can work it out from the lineup we had there. It was a 2-0 away win, 2 goals in 2 minutes. Shenton with a goal from a corner, and then Jack Clark with an absolute screamer from 30 yards. That was followed by a draw at home to our rivals Plymouth. We weren't particularly good in this game. We absolutely dominated it, but we didn't really look like scoring. And we even had to take Owen Jack off because he was the worst player on the pitch. And finally in the last game, we played 4th place Leyton Orient away from home. They were 4th at the time anyway. That was just yesterday. Joe Rankin Costello with a late goal, which was assisted by Owen Jack after he'd got one himself late on. A brilliant late win, and we didn't really deserve it. All of that means we're well clear at the top of the table. 5-point gap to Maidstone. The biggest stat is the 11-point gap to Crewe in 4th. Obviously our FIFA 19 side, so we hope they go up as well. But either way, we're very happy with how things are going. And Owen Jack is still lighting up the player stats for League 2 this year. If we go to our tactics, I can show you what we're playing at the moment. It will certainly surprise you. It's a narrow diamond, a 4-1-2-1-2. I've based it on the Luton formation in real life, except from instead of playing a controlling game, we're doing a direct counter-attack, due to the fact we've got a target man and Owen Jack up top. They've scored 43 goals between them now, and there's no reason not to give them service as quickly as possible. We've got lots of central midfielders at the club, combined with Rankin Costello being a natural number 10. It was just something we had to take advantage of, and it seems to have worked so far, as not only did we win both of the games using it, we got 2 clean sheets as well. My hope is that if we do go up, next year we might be able to loan back Rowan McDonald, who'll be able to play in that holding role. We'll try and keep Broja on for another year, and it might even be time we can get back Reece Williams at centre-half. But that's all a dream for now. We need to make sure we finish off the job and get promotion to League 1. So to ensure that all goes smoothly, we'll be back in a second with a home game against bottom of the league Stevenage. Right, we're back for the home game. It should be the banker. We've won 4 of our last 5. Stevenage are in inconsistent form and they're bottom of the league by a long way. They've got an injury to Georgiou, a player who's in the first team for us in our alternate universe, and their top goal scorer is Ben Kennedy. So there's going to be lots of familiar faces in this one, and I've just got to make sure I don't forget who I'm managing. Johnny Burns out, he's tired, but we are going to put him back on the bench as Platt's in even worse shape. Jack Clark, who starred in central midfield in the last couple of away games, he's out as well. It does mean that we've got a slightly rotated side, but it's still strong enough and should win this game. So Bass is in goal, McCabe and Facey are the fullbacks with Davis and Edabor in the middle. The other Davis, Connor, is on the right wing with Walker on the left, Shenton and Westbrook in central midfield, and Jack and Broja, the deadly duo, continue up front. Fingers crossed we can get a result. There's a few unusual names on the bench due to injuries, suspensions and fatigue, but we'll only mention them if they come onto the pitch. Let's get into it and hope we can get the win we're expected. Carl Roberts is on the bench for the first time since he left the club. He'll take his preferred number 2 shirt back, and let's hope he can do it justice. Stevenage playing a 4-4-2 as well. A few more familiar names than we expected. Wilkinson the centre half, Wilding at right back, Ferry in central midfield, and they've got Ben Williams. Is that the one we had on loan last year? It's not, it's Brandon Williams, it's someone else. We got very excited for a minute there. We thought we had one of our Torquay heroes from the National League. But we should be favourites to win this. We just need to make sure the lads aren't complacent. So let's see what we can say. Tell them to pick up where they left off, and we're going to say it assertively. And fingers crossed Owen Jack continues his form and we win this game at a canter. Edabor gets the ball inside to Davis. We're going straight up from the kickoff. Jack's in. Is he offside? He is. The whistle goes, and unfortunately we won't get in early doors. Just a minute gone, but we're already looking threatening. 7 minutes on the clock, it's Stevenage with the throw-in now. They're keeping possession quite well early on and we still haven't had a shot yet. Wilding's got the ball at right back for Ball. Ball goes inside, he's got 2 centre-halves there, he could just lay it off, but he gives the ball away horribly instead. Davis over the top to Jack, he's in one-on-one, and when Owen Jack's in one-on-one, we now know exactly what's going to happen. He's matured so much during this season, and his 27th goal is part of the reason we're going to be led to promotion at the end of this season. It's Stevenage with a free kick from Ball though, blocked by McCabe behind off the wall for a corner, and we've got to make sure we don't give them a route back into the game. It's Kennedy who's going to take it, a man who's been so good for us in the alternate universe where we're obviously managing Stevenage at the moment, but Edabor heads that away comfortably and it's out for a throw-in. Kennedy's got the ball on the left for them, gets it to Kelly and now Williams. Here's Ferry, another one of those familiar faces, back to Ball, deflects and luckily it was offside and we've got a free kick as we survive at 1-0 up. We've got a throw on the right with Facey. Surprises everyone by taking it short to Westbrook. They play a 1-2. Westbrook into the box to Broja. Good block. It's Broja, sorry. I'm all over the place. Owen Jack on the rebound, but it's deflected behind for the corner. And now Walker's going to put it in. Edabor gets on the end of it unopposed, but he's put it over the bar. With half an hour gone, we've got another throw with McCabe. Westbrook gets the short ball again. He's given it away. It's really poor from Westbrook. And if Adam Phillips had been fit, he would have started this one. Facey goes all the way back to Bass. And we've been forced back 70 yards just because of that poor ball. Jack wins the header though. Gets it down for Shenton. Shenton over the top. Broja's in. Gotta be a penalty. Terrible tackle. Who's going to take it? Owen Jack's going to take it. We haven't got any good penalty takers. But Jack's the best striker. And we place our faith in him. Let's see if he can put it away. He steps up. Will he finish? Oh dear, oh dear. He has put that miles over the bar. It nearly went out of the stadium. And ball now hits the bar. And Stevenage are luckily denied by an offside flag for us. We're really living dangerously now after missing a penalty terribly. Owen Jack with his first horrific moment of the year. Edabor gets the ball down. Broja deflects it in. A really scrappy goal from a set piece. But luckily we've got some leeway now. And it's 2-0 with just over 10 minutes to the break. Owen Jack has got away with one there. 5 minutes to the break, it's Connor Davis coming down the right, into the middle for Broja, he's headed away, and he's gone back to the edge of the box. Another penalty's given though. Will we let Owen Jack take it again? Do you know what we're going to? We're going to trust him, and we'll just see what happens this time. It comes for Jack again, second time lucky perhaps. If he misses this one, I don't know what we'll do. Oh, he has. He's missed 2 penalties in half a game. Owen Jack, who's been so good for us all season, and he has wasted 2 penalties in just 40 minutes. I have no idea what to say to that, other than Elliot Lee maybe getting a run out in the second half. Just about half time, and despite those 2 penalty misses, we're still 2-0 up. Let's go and give the lads the team talk. We'll tell them to go out and prove a point. We're going to give Owen Jack 10 minutes to try and boost his rating with a second goal. But if we get another penalty, we'll certainly let someone else take it. Wilding's bringing the ball forward down the right. Goes inside to Ball. Back out to Wilding. He's got 2 men if he can find them. He goes to Ferry. Out to Clark on the right hand side. He's got a bit too much space to run into there. But luckily he goes for a wild shot. And it's high and wide. And a comfortable goal kick for Bass. An hour gone now, we've got a free kick, but we're going to take Owen Jack off. He's not really shown anything in the second half, and I think his confidence is just shot. We'll also bring Brad Walker on for Shenton. He'll go into that box-to-box role alongside Westbrook, and hopefully he'll be able to do well for us. We've got one more sub up our sleeves. We need to rest Davis really towards the end, but I don't know if we've got another centre-half. It may be the case of Roberts coming on and Facey moving over. Jack scored again though. We might need to cancel them. Owen Jack's on a hat-trick all of a sudden. The subs are cancelled and Owen Jack's back on form. 25 minutes to go. We'll definitely take Shenton off now. He's got an injury. Walker's on for him. I don't know what we're going to do with Elliot Lee. I don't think we can bring him on with those two playing well. We'll get Carl Roberts on for Aaron Davis, who was a little bit tired after the last game. Facey will just cover at centre-half for the last quarter. And we'll get back into it, leaving one more sub for the end. Another throw on the left for McCabe. Broja tries to get up for it but loses out. Falls back to McCabe on the left-hand side though. He finds Tom Walker. Inside to Westbrook. Broja on the edge. Turns and shoots. And it's a brilliant save by the Stevenage keeper to tip it over for a corner. 20 minutes to go. It's McCabe with a throw on the left. He finds Ediball. He's got so much time to run into. Goes inside to Westbrook, who finds the fullback again. McCabe delivers to Jack and he's hit the outside of the post. Despite scoring 2 goals, it's really not been his night and he should have had 5 by now. But with 15 to go, it's still 3-0 and we're going to give Broja a rest. Elliot Lee will come on for a run out. Jack will switch into the pressing forward role. And in fact, we'll leave him on the right hand side. He'll be a pressing forward on attack. And Elliot Lee can be a poacher. We just want to try and get him some goals now, rather than playing him as a hard working forward. A throw on the right for Facey, just over 10 left. Roberts finds Westbrook, back to Roberts again. Delivers for Elliot Lee, but it's just beaten to it. Connor Davis to Tom Walker. His shot's blocked. He gets the ball into the box. Deflected behind again for a corner, and he'll take it himself. An outswinger from the left-hand side. Can he find a Torquay head? Towards the back post for Ediball. Wins the header, but it's straight at the keeper, and he claims it comfortably for Stevenage. 10 to go, and it's still 3-0. 3 more points are in the bag. Just a few seconds left, Nugent takes a free kick for Stevenage, but the whistle goes, and despite trying our best not to win it with 2 missed penalties, we've still managed to get a comfortable 3-0 victory. A wonderful result, and you can see why Stevenage are going down in this universe. We're pleased with the lads, despite the 2 penalty misses, and we go into the run-in in a fantastic position in League 2. It doesn't look like we're going to be missing out this year. A 12-point gap to Lincoln, who did manage to salvage a late draw. Look at that, 2 goals in the last 3 minutes, and they're certainly working hard to try and get promotion. Crewe were emphatic in a 7-3 win, and they move up to 3rd as a result. Maidstone are still continuing hot on our coattails. We both came up together just 2 seasons ago, and we could be making a step to League 1 together. A fantastic achievement for Maidstone, who have never been at that level before. So just 9 games to go and it's looking like we're going to make it. If there is any drama, we'll come back and show you it. But if not, it will be 2 of the last 3 games on camera. Maidstone are currently 2nd. We've got them at home. Then Morecambe and then 3rd place Crewe last day of the season. So if there's any ramifications for the title or promotion places, we'll come back earlier. But if not, it will be 1 or 2 from those 3 games. But that will be all for this episode. If you did enjoy it, please put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this season and what you think of my new away tactic. Did it surprise you and do you think it will work in League 1? I was going to ask you what you thought of the youth intake, but I don't even want to mention it anymore because it's really annoyed me after a couple of upgrades to our facilities and our coaching. To see that level of tosh come into the club is absolutely awful. Subscribe to the channel for daily FM19 content from my 2 long-term stories. This one part of the furniture with Torquay United, as well as our other series, The Head Coach, The Journeyman Save, where we've currently just joined Stevenage and are looking to make their way up League 2. There's also weekly content from my FIFA 19 lower league career with Crewe Alexandra. That's every Friday at 4:30. And for the next few weeks, we will have a 2nd season from our Newcastle Christmas Challenge. A few people have asked to see it, so we're going to do a few blog style updates over the next few weeks. That'll be on Friday at 3 PM, and that'll be over the next 3 or 4 Fridays. But a massive thanks for watching this one as always, and we'll see you next time for what I hope will be a promotion party.